Rowe from Sierra Bright Dot Fly Fishing Guide Service. I've been guiding, teaching, writing, and lecturing on fly fishing in the Eastern Sierras since 1982. Well, let's get to this week's report. Well, fly fishing in the Eastern Sierras is really dependent on how much snow we got. And this year seems to be the winter that just keeps on giving. Storm after storm after storm of snow has been coming through, and guess what? We're getting another storm this weekend. So that's going to impact things, starting with the Blake Jones tournament due for Saturday, March 11th, 2023. It has been postponed till May. I'm not sure that we're going to be able to hold it in May because I think we're going to have even more water in the system come May with all the snowpack we have now. Well, speaking of snowpack, let's talk about the upper elevation waters. Upper Owens River, well, what we're fishing in there is spawners. Those are the fish that are coming out of Crawley Lake to reproduce in the river. So where a lot of guys are fishing for the actively spawning fish, I'm not. I'm trying to target the fish that are resting and feeding in the deep holes, cutbacks, and runs where they're laying in there just looking for something to drift by. And they're looking for something big. So I'm offering the stoner nymph and the two-tone green gold prince nymph. And that's been working really well for me. Okay, over at Hawk Creek, getting into the canyon, that's going to take some effort. You're definitely going to need snowshoes to get in there, and you're going to have to watch how you walk in and out of the canyon so that you're not slipping and sliding on the snow and the ice that's underneath. But once you get down into the canyon and get to fish it, well, it's fishing good with nymphs right now. I'm using midges and imitations of blue wing olive mayfly nymph, primarily the beadhead flashback pheasant tail. Hi, the interpretive site, that's going to be your easiest spot to access right now. And you're still going to really want snowshoes to get in there and fish up and down on the banks. The dry fly fishing, well, I just carry a few dry flies to fish in there, but for the most part, I'm nymphing in there. And again, I'm using midges and the beadhead flashback pheasant tail. Well, down the hill, as I said, the lower Owens River, it's expected to go up next week as DWP is planning on completing the work on Pleasant Valley Dam. So starting early next week, we're going to see 500 to 600 CFS flowing through the lower Owens River. Yeah, I can still catch fish at that flows, fishing real heavy weights. Big problem for me is we hang up on a lot of the debris on the bottom, primarily pieces of willow that are left by the beavers that I hang my flies up and break them off. So I end up losing more flies than I'm catching fish. But this last weekend at 3:30, we were able to catch a surprising few fish off the banks, fishing hare's ears, stoners, and the olive quilligon, and also the beadhead flashback pheasant tail. Bishop Creek Canal, well, now that it's clearing up, it's starting to produce wild brown trout for us, and we're using midges and pheasant tails in there. Well, this has been Fred Rowe from Sierra Bright Dot Fly Fishing Guide Service. I can be found on Instagram and Facebook and on YouTube through Laughing Parrot Productions.